Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, YouTube. Say hi, YouTube. Hey, what's up, everybody? John here, Delighted Acres Farm, and today I'm just taking out a couple of pumpkins that we have on the front porch. So we got them way before Halloween, back whenever all the decorating for fall and stuff happened. And so now we're well into December, and so I've grabbed the pumpkins off the porch, and I'm probably only going to put one, just going to put one in the coop. It's pretty good size, so I don't think we want to make the girls sick, so I may hang on to the second one for a while. But right here I will show you grabbing the pumpkins off the porch. I'm standing here, I've already got one in here, but I want to show you where they were and then bringing them out. I cut one open, and so anyway, I'll show that right now. Okay, so when I put it in here, they were kind of standoffish and really didn't know what to think about it. They kind of got to it, one or two of them did, but I thought I hadn't given them any boon worms today, so I went ahead and I put some boon worms inside each of the halves of the pumpkin, and hopefully that'll get them to eating the boon worms and then just keep eating onto the pumpkin. And it kind of seems like what they're doing. So they're not just getting the boonworms, even though there's still some in there. They're actually like grabbing seeds and some of the stringy stuff from the pumpkin. And so anyway, we'll find out tomorrow at the end of the day, I'm sure, how much they have actually eaten on the pumpkin. So I think they usually like it. Last year we put one out here, a couple of them out here, and they really went to town on it, and they kicked out some of the seeds. And if you remember earlier this summer, they had planted accidentally, but they had planted like 4 or 5 vines out behind the chicken house because they had scratched and some of the seeds had been kicked out, and some of their poop and the dirt and stuff got kicked out, and so it got fertilized and they got watered. And so it was neat to watch those grow, and they didn't produce anything, but like I said, it was neat just to see how, because they had scratched around in the seeds and stuff, kicked them out, that something grew from that. So that was just pretty cool. So I wish something would have come of it, but that's okay. It was neat to watch. So, but I'm gonna let them get back to keep eating on this. I'm gonna check their eggs and see if they have any eggs ready to go for today. Well, there's one. Oh, huh. They switched, so they switched boxes on me, so I can't get them all from the front here. All right, well, there's one. If we get all these, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's see. Put them in my pocket. I don't want to make pocket omelets though. And 5. So, all right. Well, see if I can make some room here so I can close this thing. Yuck. Sometime in the next couple days, I need to get out here, clean this thing out. I was going to do it this afternoon, but after church we went to town, had some lunch, shopped a little bit, came back. I laid down for about 45 minutes. When I woke up, I didn't feel very good. So, and then I sat in the living room. Kelly is talking to her mom on the phone, and so we just spent some time because we're getting ready to go see them for Christmas. So let's see. My plan was to get out here, do this, but anyway, I got the so I got the eggs in my pocket, and got the, well, I gotta turn this light out first, so it's nice. It's one of those battery powered, as seen on TV lights. So just flip it off. Sometimes though, it just doesn't want to make a good connection. I know the batteries are good, but sometimes that switch, it just doesn't make a good connection. Most of the time it does, but sometimes it's kind of fickle. Anyhow, so the girls have had most of their boonworms. A couple of them are pecking at the pumpkin. A couple of them are like, hey, we want some more snacks. So anyway, so we've got, if you don't know, our chickens are We have a Rhode Island Red, and that is Mildred. Mild red, Mildred. Nice, you like that? So Mildred is a Rhode Island Red. We have a Orpington, a lavender Orpington, and that is what's her name? Pearl. So the red chicken is Mildred. The whitish chicken is Pearl. We have two black Australorps, Helen and I don't remember. I never call them by their names. Helen and Charlotte. Golly, y'all, you would think I would know these better, but I never call them by their names, so it's hard for me to just think of it off the top of my head. So Charlotte and Helen are the black ones. Pearl is the grayish white one. Mildred is the red one. And so we've had a few problems with Helen. So we had her isolated and we put her back out here the other night, and her rear is still doing okay, but now she's got like stuff gone off the top of her head next to her comb, and it even looks like that's happened to Mildred too. So I don't know if the other two are being mean to them and pecking at their heads, or what the case may be. But you know, little cat fight, fighting between the girls, and it's like a bunch of 8th graders. So anyway, so that's our girls, our chickens. Two black Australorps, lavender Orpington, Rhode Island Red, and at some point we'll probably get more. We'll probably expand their area here. They've got 6, I think it's 6x4. That's the footprint of their run, and we don't free range just because of the predators. But this is a good enough spot for 4 for a while. But eventually we do want to get more. But right now we just got other stuff that is more pressing than getting more chickens. And so once we get some other stuff taken care of, we'll spend a little more time thinking about the chickens and stuff. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to show you getting these pumpkins out here for the chickens. And it is, I don't know, we'll walk over here. It's a beautiful sunset. Y'all, what are the sunsets like where you live? I was born and raised here in Oklahoma, and most of my life, sunrises and sunsets have been ranked in the top 5 every year in the United States. So one of the top 5 states for sunsets. And let me show you, see if I can get that. Yeah, it doesn't, y'all, it's tough. It's tough whenever you're using an action cam, because you can't zoom in or adjust anything. You can maybe adjust how bright it is, but you can't zoom in and all that. But for now, you just have to enjoy the far away look. But so right here, that is an old church building, and this sorry, that is a cottonwood tree. It's my favorite tree of all time. The specific tree. Cottonwoods are fine, but that specific tree, that's my all-time favorite tree. So let's see if I can get you guys on the front screen here. Okay, so yeah, right there, my favorite tree. Right there, old church building. Right here is an old church building. And so there were 2 church buildings, two different congregations. I don't know if they ever served like across from each other at the same time, but I'm going kind of on a rabbit trail. But I want to tell you a story real quick. So way back when, so my mom, my grandma built this house 1970. Before that, there was a house that sat right here. And whenever she built this house got sold, and they moved that house into Dover, which is probably about a 4.5, 5 mile trip from right here. And then the house, oh, you can't really see it, but there's a house right down there, down the road, and that is where my mom grew up. There's a dairy that was down there when my mom was growing up. They had a dairy. My uncle took it over. My uncle got that place, and so, but living here, there was a time that my mom looked down at the bigger church building, and there was a bell in the belfry up in that tower. My mom always loved bells, and so she did some research, and she found what denomination, which church owned this building, and she sent a letter. It was in Oklahoma City was where their office was, and so she sent a letter, and she basically said, look, I live out here by this church. There's a beautiful bell that is up there, and if y'all were ever consider selling that bell, let me know, and I will buy that bell. And sometime later, she saw down there were two guys in a truck, had a big tall ladder, and they removed that bell and took it with them. And so my mom was almost heartbroken about it, because they had no clue that bell was even there. I guarantee they didn't know that bell was down there. So she told me one time, if I would have just went down there, hired somebody to take the bell down for me, I could have had that bell and they never would have known. But that's not the person my mom was. So as disappointed as she was, she said, but what was I going to do with a bell from a belfry? Because it was a pretty big sized bell anyway. So anyway, that's just disappointing. They didn't even give her a chance to buy it from them. So whatever. I hope they got some good use out of that bell. So anyway, like I said, we get some pretty sunsets here in Oklahoma. And so, yeah, there you go. A little rabbit trail. You guys, what are your plans coming up for Christmas? Anybody traveling? Anybody have family coming over? Anybody just keeping it low key, hanging out, staying home, fixing a little dinner? Or is anybody going like all out and doing turkey and ham and I don't know, roast or ribs or barbecue or whatever, Mexican food, all kinds of stuff people have at Christmas time. So what are your plans? What kind of foods are you going to have for Christmas? And is it going to be with a bunch of friends and family, or is it just going to be low-key hanging out at home? So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it every single time. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that stuff. Sometimes I forget what those things are. You would think I was getting older or something. So anyway, you guys, I appreciate y'all every single time. I'll see you before Christmas, but we're into the Christmas season, so Christmas time's a coming, Christmas time's a coming. And you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is you're watching this. I'll see you on the next video.